Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you have a Samsung refrigerator like this one right here, especially if you have the freezer on the bottom that it's not getting cold and the refrigerator portion is getting cold, then this is the video for you. If that's not the same problems that you're having, I'm still gonna give some useful tips as we try to troubleshoot refrigerators. And we'll go through maybe the top 3 or 4 reasons why a refrigerator like this might not be working correctly, and then also give you some solutions on those. So we'll have some information there, and at the end I will explain what it is that I did to fix this refrigerator. So I'll even show you real quick. When I tap on here, I'm setting it to -8 degrees. You'll see it'll stay on -8 because the actual temperature of the freezer now is -8 degrees. After about 4 days of trying to solve this, I think I've got it. So again, I'll tell you that at the end on how I solved it. So number one, if you have a refrigerator like this that's having problems and you're trying to troubleshoot it, here's my first suggestion. Unplug the refrigerator, wait 30 seconds, and plug it in. I know that sounds ridiculously simple, but that's how to reset most appliances and almost every single refrigerator. Even if they have a reset button, if you just unplug it for 30 seconds, plug it back in, a lot of times that will solve the problem. The second most common problem is that the condenser coil, which is on the back of the refrigerator. By the way, if you have your refrigerator open like this and you're working on it, it must be unplugged. I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing. I've worked in HVAC for a long time, like residential heating and cooling. I'm not an expert on refrigerators, but I know what I'm talking about, at least to some extent. So one of the most common reasons that a refrigerator like this isn't cooling correctly is the condenser coil, which is this right here, is dirty. Mine was very dirty. I cleaned it up. I even made a YouTube video about it. You can go check it out. And I thought for sure that would solve the problem. It did not solve the problem. So I continued to troubleshoot. Maybe the condenser fan is not working. Nope, you can see right there that it is working. And then how about the actual compressor? The compressor, I could feel that it was warm and humming, and you could also hear it running, so I knew that was going pretty good. Now, a lot of people at this point would say, well, it must be low on Freon, or refrigerant, we'll call it. It must be low on a refrigerant. It's possible that your refrigerator is low on a refrigerant. It is very unlikely. These other problems that I'm explaining to you are much more likely to happen than to have an actual leak of refrigerant. So what's our next most common problem that these might have? Well, the coils on the inside of the fridge and freezer, those might be frozen up. Let's take a look in there. And this is where this fridge is a little bit different than many others. This refrigerator has 2 different coils. They call it the twin cooling plus, right? All that means is there's a small coil that's right behind here that you can get to. If you pull out the shelves, do all that, that can freeze up. It is definitely possible. Now there's another one of those coils that's in the freezer, and we are having our problems with the freezer, so it would be much more likely, obviously, if one of them's freezing up, it'd be the one down here. So what you can do is get to that coil, except it's a little bit tricky. You've got to remove this door right here and remove the 2 trays in here, and they're a tiny bit tricky. I made another video on it, and I'll put a link down in the description below, or maybe I'll try to put one up at the top of the screen right now. Anyway, you take off that door, it takes about 10 minutes to do, and then you can get into this area here, and then there's 2 screws, one right there, another one on the other side, Phillips screws, and you can get to that coil. Here's another hot tip. If you look right here, let's see if I can get the camera there. I'm gonna turn my camera sideways. I know that's annoying. See that switch right there? If you push in on that switch right there and hold it in for about 10 seconds, you're gonna kind of trick the refrigerator thinking that this door is shut. And what you'll be able to do is see if there's cold air coming out of those top slots. So that one right there, the middle one, and the one over here. I know it's out of focus, but you get the idea here, right? 1, 2, 3 should have air coming out of them if the fan is working. And it should be ultimately cold air that comes out of there. Mine, the fan comes on, I can feel it blowing, but it's not cold air. So when I took this cover off and looked at the coil, mine did not have any ice on it. It's very common that these can freeze over, and if they freeze over, it will not cool correctly. And in that case, you need to do a force defrost, which I have another video for. I'll put a link to that down in the description, or you can simply let it thaw out on its own. At this point, I've done the most common reasons why a refrigerator like this would fail. And at this point, with my expertise, I'd have to call a pro to come out, spend at least a few $100s, and now I've got to replace the refrigerator. Would probably make more sense in my opinion. This is 14 years old, looks great, but maybe it's time to replace it. So what do you do next? Well, the same thing you're doing. Scour YouTube, right? The brilliance of YouTube. So after watching so many refrigerator videos, there's a couple out there that kind of walk through, and what they allude to is, hey, if you're having this problem here, it's not that the Freon is low. It's that the Freon is not getting to where it needs to go to. Well, what does that mean? So you've got one compressor back here, and that one compressor is going to have a diverter valve or a three-way valve, and that's what this piece is right here. So this is the culprit. Now, I'm gonna say that with confidence, but I'm also gonna say this. I do not know exactly what was wrong with it. I did not replace any parts. I simply cleaned this part up a little bit, and then that seemed to fix my problem. I'm gonna go ahead and do it just to show you. I think that'll really help you out. By the way, I just unplugged this refrigerator. Make sure you do the same if you're gonna work on yours. All right, now I'm gonna have two hands, a camera, a screwdriver, so it's gonna get a little shaky here, but let me see what I can do. You can see how I've got my screwdriver in here, and I'm just gonna kind of pull up on that black piece just a little bit. We'll do the same thing to the back side right here, putting our screwdriver right in here. I'm just kind of trying to pull up on this black piece a little bit as I pull the screwdriver out of there. Let's try again. It looks like those clips are still set in there. Okay, there we go. So I will show you here. This piece comes off here, and you see where these clipped. See these little clips right here. So that's all we did, is kind of pull those out of there. All right, and we can see here too that we could disconnect this little black piece. This is where my expertise ends. I have no idea what this little black piece is called. Somebody else does. They can tell us down in the comments down below. But my understanding is that this piece right here is what works in tandem with this piece right here, which has a little valve in it, right? We've got our 3 different Freon lines going. So one is supplying the Freon, and then in here, it's deciding if one of these, like the fridge, gets the Freon, or maybe the freezer, or maybe it has the ability to do both at the same time. But that's what's going on here. So I am almost 100% sure something's going on inside here, or hopefully if there's a problem, it's inside this little black piece here. Because again, I think we could replace that. I'll take a look right now and see if I can put a link to one of those. But I think that's where our problem is. It's not low on Freon, it's not something else. Something going on with this 3-way valve right here is the reason why our freezer was not working. Again, after I just kind of cleaned it up, it was not super dirty. I just kind of took it apart. Before I took it apart, I kind of just banged on it a little bit with a screwdriver, not super hard, but just kind of gently, just to see if something was sort of locked up in there that I could kind of release. And then putting it back together, all we're gonna do is line up those tabs. Again, I'm sorry you can't see it, but I couldn't do it with one hand, and just simply pushed down a little bit firmly there. And then this piece just goes right onto here. See that little square right here? There's a piece that's gonna go in there, and then that screw right there. And that's how it sits right there. After I completed this process, the next morning I woke up, checked the freezer, and it was back to the temperature that I had set it to. So one way or another, what I did there seemed to fix the problem. I think I will go ahead and replace that black circular piece. I'll put a link in the description below. By the way, a little side note, you have diagnostic codes that are on the back right here of the refrigerator. And up here, see this little red light that's on? If that's flashing, you can correspond it to the amount of flashes down here, and it'll help you to troubleshoot or problem solve what's wrong with your refrigerator. All right, my friends, hey, if you have the same problem and you're able to fix it, please put comments down in the description and help us all out. Let us know what it is that you did to fix it. Hey, if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.